Hi everyone, Leslie here for week 6 video vlog. We had some reading from our course pack and the positive, how to be a positive leader literature, specifically the chapter talking about enabling thriving at work. So the major topic of that reading was thriving. So if you look it up in the dictionary for thriving, you'll see definitions such as grow or develop well or vigorously, to prosper, to flourish, to gain in wealth or possessions, to prosper, to progress toward or realize a goal, all about positive, forward, upward spiraling, as we've heard in previous chapters. So what the chapter really does tell us is a lot of the benefits of how to accomplish thriving in organizations, but what thriving can actually provide for organizations and for individuals as well as the leaders within those organizations. How it starts off the chapter is that when organizations seek thriving employees, they report less burnout. Now, that immediately caught my attention because my capstone project actually revolves around burnout. And basically, what I'm stating in my capstone is how mindfulness based practices, meditations, such as specifically self compassion, can help healthcare professionals with this idea of burnout. As we know, healthcare workers have very high stressful jobs and very high stressful environments and have to be quick. And it's not the only profession that obviously has this type of situation and this pressure, but it's something that I'm very closely related to, and that's why I focus on that population. But burnout is basically exhaustion or physical or emotional strength or motivation, usually as a result of prolonged stress or frustration. Burnout is a work-related stress syndrome resulting from chronic exposure to job stress. That term was first introduced in the 1970s by a psychoanalyst named Freudenberger. So, a question for you guys is, have you ever experienced a sense of burnout, whether with school or within a specific job? And what did that feel like, or what do you think created more of that downward spiral for that burnout? And did you ever find any ways or how are you able to kind of push through that burnout? Did your organization, were there resources available for you to kind of get through that on your not just on your own, but did you have that support? So, what the chapter talks about is just a lot of the positive things. In a thriving state, people exhibit better health, fewer days of missed work, which of course any organization would love that. Better job satisfaction. New ideas are usually created, more creative thinking. Thriving employees exhibit more innovative work behavior. And really, it just goes on. There's just so many benefits to making thriving and making sure that that is occurring in your organization. And they came up with a lot of, they called them strategies of how to be able to incorporate this. And some of the strategies included making sure you're having, first of all, creating work to be more meaningful. Research suggests that meaning is a key renewable resource to fuel thriving. Having meaning energizes by creating purpose in one's work life, and with meaning, people care about their work. My second question is, when did you have meaning or purpose in an organization that you worked at? And did that create more thriving for you, more drive, more passion, and did you get to your goals? Were your goals more achievable because there was meaning behind your work that you were doing? The second strategy was look for opportunities to innovate. So they talked about knowledge and how knowledge is another fuel for thriving, and it can kind of help you with vitality and growth and keep you on your toes to go forward, which that is a strategy that I definitely feel like I need, especially within healthcare. We always have to keep up with up and coming medicine, and it's super important and exciting to learn new things, to do the continued education and do those things to always kind of be fresh and have new knowledge and inspire you. Invest in relationships, those social networks, high quality connections, as we've read in previous chapters, how important that is as well. Taking care of your health. Sometimes I think we kind of forget just getting enough sleep, having the exercising, going for a walk, just doing those things, movement, good nutrition, can really set the tone for your day. When you have those good breakfasts, good hearty meals, you just feel better. You don't feel that sluggishness. You don't feel like, you're dragging. And that can really influence you on a day-to-day basis, especially even the connections that you have around people. That's why those positive energy is just so important, on the inside and on the outside. So I just really resonated with the fact that they included thriving at the work. And one thing that they did at the end was just kind of give an example of a company that had thriving and how they incorporated that. And for me, I kind of made it like a checklist to see, hey, does the organization that I work for have these things? Having training, this place by Zingerman's Community of Business, they had their own training facility. Reasons why they had thriving and how they initiated that was sharing information, holding huddles, keeping score for numbers and going forward, kind of goals to set for what's going, and everyone kind of staying on track. Whether financial or just inventory. They encouraged for leaders to share ideas. They had a flexible hierarchy, so there was growth. You weren't just stagnant in one position. Managers were taught how to deal with problems and create solutions, and even enabled feedback. And those were things that I needed to really check and see. Did my organization have them? Now, we're not all perfect, so they weren't all there, but I definitely saw a lot of things that are already instituted in my own workplace, which gave me some hope, and made me kind of proud that my company at least hopefully holds some of these values to themselves as a whole, as an organization. So that is it for today, and everyone have a great night.